Few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a run. Here's the rookie from Penn State. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
On play action, Prescott. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Off the play fake, Prescott. That went out wide and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
That's good for Las Vegas.
They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. That is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. De'Ami Brown, 50 yards. And the Raiders are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets it down to the 32. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches.
On play action, they'll throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Right back to him on first down. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23.
From the 23, here's a second down and 4.
Brings up second and 4.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're going to look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers from 21 yards away. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. Now a handoff running through the middle. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged, at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to move that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action now. Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. He's got him in. Complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long. Prescott off play action. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott down. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Raiders will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him up already in this opening half.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 64-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
He may go.
And he gets it all the way down to the 3.
86 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Prescott is going to change things up here.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I'll give him credit there. Nice job on the drag route. Bring the receiver across the field, hope he can catch it in stride and turn it up. He was able to do just that, although he's just a little bit short of the first down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Throwing. Prescott. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Kevontae Turpin.
39 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Aubrey good with the PAT.
And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter.
That's caught by Myers. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
This is 2nd and 8.
They'll try and run this one right up the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there is going to leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. They'll set up to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Sharp there with his feet. Gets him a little extra space. And then drop just inside the 20. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on you.
That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Prescott.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Here's 2nd and 3.
They'll throw again. Prescott.
Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as a tackle.
Here's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Off the play fake, Prescott. And the Raiders have got him. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd and 7.
On play action, Prescott rolling to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice, long, soaking hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Prescott to throw it. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. That is Touchdown. Dak Prescott keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming. So out to the 30.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Oh, what a great job defensively to stack things up. They were committed to stopping the run. They knew it was coming. And now it looks like they should get the football back as they force an important 3-and-out.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Looking to throw. Got a man. It's Brown.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And this is caught. It's Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
That is caught. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his 1st ever NFL game.
And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Touchdown, Cowboys! Kevontae Turpin, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Oh, look at the juke. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Now Dak. That is caught by Lamb. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now Prescott. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
One last shot now for Prescott. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So a 4th quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over.